Okay guys and girls, I go by the name of Nick Dutch, and there's been rather a lot of videos out recently on the subject of prayer. And I think people got to get this subject into perspective, and I mean good and proper in perspective, okay? If you've got a medical complaint, you go to a doctor. If you've got a problem with your feet, you go to a foot doctor. If you've got a problem with your ears, nose and throat, you go to an ear, nose and throat doctor, okay? If you haven't got much in the way of money, you build a business or you get a job. Alright, if your job's not working out well for you, you look for another one. You got to take responsibility over your life. Prayer itself is a different kettle of fish. I personally feel it has some variety of therapeutic benefit. But if you need serious help, you go and get serious help. If you got serious things wrong with your mind, you go to a serious head doctor, you go to a psychiatrist. You go to your doctor, you get antidepressants. You find yourself a counsellor, you get yourself into a program of therapy so that you can do it. But prayer itself still has some kind of benefits, but it's nowhere near as powerful or effective as that, okay? It's something else you add to your life to help things out. Now, when I'm talking about prayer as something which has an actual effect upon an individual, I'm not talking about something which is, oh dear Lord, you're so sweet, thanks for the meal, now let's eat, okay? Because if that's your idea of prayer, then basically go to hell. I don't think that's enough. What I'm referring to is something which is much closer to mantra, which is essentially the repetition of words over and over and over again over a period of time, so it can actually have a mind-altering effect. You carefully and intelligently design the variety of prayer that you do to have a certain variety of effects upon your mind. That would essentially be acceptable by science. So make sure you're choosing the right solution for the right problem, because if you end up getting on your knees talking to God, and hey presto, you don't get cured of cancer, you've chosen the wrong method, okay? It's quite simple. If my mobile phone runs out of battery power, I don't get on my knees and pray for it to work. I plug it into a charger. If I need a cup of tea, I take the right quantity of hot water with my sweeteners and the right variety of tea, and I infuse the tea for the right quantity of time, and I make a cup of tea, doing things in the proper manner. If I want to go online, I've got to have the right type of computer that's suitable for going online. I've got to have the right operating system. I've got to have the right type of monitor, keyboard, mouse. I've got to have all the right software in place. I've got to have paid my broadband subscription. I've got to have work so I can pay my broadband subscription so I can then do what I need to on the internet. And I've also got to have a certain quantity of knowledge to be able to do these things. It's a question of tackling the problem from the right angle. I don't get on my knees and pray to the Lord that I will be able to access the internet. You know, God does not provide some kind of celestial USB socket that plugs into my brain and wires me up to Google. It doesn't work that way. But there are some people who think like that, and I think that's pretty bloody stupid. However, there are people who actually think like that. That's pretty bloody shocking. I could say loads more, but I just don't feel like it. You get the message. The right force applied in the right way will get the right variety of results. Good fortune, God and or goddess and or none of the above bless. Nick Dutch signing out. You're so sweet. You're so sweet.